Morning, guys. It's Janine back again. Just looking at my teeth. See loads of them things, don't you, for the whitening strips, but I don't know whether them even is a go white, and I don't think they're that bad really, are they? So it's day 11 of my implant removal. I'm feeling good. I've just had a bath, a shower. Can't have a bath. I'm not allowed a bath, which I love me baths. I'm sad about. But yeah. So if you just joined, if you watch me all the time, thank you for watching and welcome back. If you just joined, then I do a lot of chit chat about a lot of things, but mainly at the moment it's just me getting my implants out a week Tuesday gone. So they'd ruptured and they had to come out. So they're out now. So I was like an F bust, and from what you can see now, I've got pads in, but these are I've got two like sports bras on. Well, a bra top and a compression bra and these pads that they've told me I've got to put in. So yeah, they're looking alright. So yeah, I'm pleased to do a big shot of my bust then. So show you my little outfit first. This was £5 in Pre-Marnie. So I'll show you my shoes. I got these off M&M Direct. They're a really good site, you know, for reduced stuff. So the flip-flops. So the sort of, they flip-flop? Fit flop. So I don't know what the background is on them, but I thought, you know what? They were $44.99. I think CC, she's chewing me quilt instead of the blanket. CC's my dog. If it's your first time here. No, come on. I can't move her because I can't lift her. Hey, bring it over here. Come on, good girl. Over you go. Just give her a little shove, not a gentle shove. So yeah, but I thought they will go with anything. And they'll last an age then, won't they? So $44.99. I don't know what the RRP was on them, but I thought like a black and a silver. But yeah, if you have a look at M&M Direct, because it does have really good bargains on it, especially, and you can pay $9.99 for a year's subscription and you get a free delivery for a whole year. So that's good, isn't it? So yeah, but you know, if you want to buy a present for someone who's into sporty stuff, I mean, I'm not into sporty stuff per se, but I don't mind a bit of sporty stuff. But I got a pair of French Connection shoes, like sandals from there, which are really nice, and it's just really worth a good look at it. So I've had my shower, I've creamed myself, checked my boobs. I think they're coming on leaps and bounds. I'm absolutely made up with them, considering I thought that they were going to be down by my belly button, you know, because the surgeon did stress that they will be very droopy. I'm made up, you know, I'm made up with them, and I know they're going to make me a pair of prosthetics because they will be very flat, which I'm all right with that, but I would like a little bit of chest. Once I take these pads out that I've got, the compression pads out, I'm flat chested. And while I don't mind that, you know, I'd like to have the option, say, as Abigail, my daughter, said to me, if you're going on a night out or something, Mum, you know, it'd be nice to be able to have a little pair of chicken fillets to put in. So I've got my appointment for that. And I've got my appointment to see the surgeon, but that's not till June. They don't see you until 4 to 6 weeks afterwards. So I'll try and show you my outfit. Whether Cece will let me get on the bed is another thing, so bear with me. But it was a £5 in Pre-Marnie in the sale. I got it last year, but I've never wore it, and oh, crikey, my likey. I just thought today, hold on. Today, I just made, it's like, let's see if I can get back. It's quite long. But it's nice, isn't it? It's stretchy material. And it's nice, isn't it? For £5. So, yeah, my friend's coming today to see me. Joe got good balance, isn't it, guys? So she's coming at 10:30. My friend Donna. Let's budgie bum out the way. Come on, cease out the way. So she's coming at 10:30. So I had a rest day yesterday. I'll have another rest day today. But I had a bit of a sprodgy day. I just put me lounge set on. I have to be careful because I can't spray this on till he meant a skin's got enough problems without me adding to it with chemicals. This is the Give Me Cosmetics. It's just the blow drying spray. So it is. So yeah, so Dawn and my friends coming at 10:30 to see me. And so yesterday I just put a lounge set on and I just rested, didn't get a shower or anything like that. And just watched some telly, slept a lot. And yeah, it was just a nice day where I just rested. So I do feel a bit tired, but that's my body healing, isn't it? Of course. So the bruising's still pretty grim on me. It seems to be travelling, so it's down on my stomach now as well, but that's to be expected, isn't it? If you've had surgery, and as I say, I don't really know 100% what the story is, but if I'm making an assumption, I think that the surgeon has had to try and go in and remove the silicone from places where it burst to, but I think once I go back and see him and speak to him about it, I will know more what's going on, won't I? So I had a mayor yesterday, so I put a request in on Tuesday at the doctor's for a sick note for work, and then yesterday it always says leave it 48 hours if we haven't contacted yet, and normally my doctors are pretty quick, they're pretty good. So yesterday morning, it was Thursday, and I thought, well, I need to ring them because I've not heard anything back from them. So I rang up, and the receptionist said, the doctor said that it's up to your hospital to provide your sick note. That's not something that they do. The hospital should give you your sick note. So I was like, okay, like you need to stress. Does it really matter who provides the sick note? Well, I don't think it does. Let's be honest, does it? Do you know what I mean? So anyway, don't need the stress really, do I, when I'm convalescent? So I rang the hospital and she said, we'll provide you with one for 2 weeks, but after that it's down to your doctor. So I've got loads of hairs, peeps. So she said she'd post one out to me. Well, I'm in my second week now, so come Monday, that's my second week up, and I'm not ready to go back to work yet. It's like, well, I'm just not ready. I don't have to justify it, do I? I've just had a big operation. So anyway, so I thought, do you know what? I'm going to submit it again. And I put it back in. Just said, the hospital said they'll give me a 2-week one. But, and so anyway, within like 10 minutes, I had a sick note sent to me through my text messages. But you know what annoyed me? That they didn't even contact me to tell me. So I'd sat there for 2 days. Now, if I had a palaver with that, I would be due to go back to work on Tuesday. So if I'd have had a lot of toing and throwing with this, I wouldn't have had a sick note effectively. So I would have had to consider going back to work on Tuesday, which I'm no way ready for. And I don't need that stress. Does anyone in life need any, untoward stress? And this has happened before, and I do like my doctors, don't get me wrong, but it's with a certain doctor, and this has said that I refused my flu jab. Well, I bloody didn't. If I did it in my sleep. But that's what annoyed me, for the fact that they didn't contact me and tell me. So 2 days I sat there because it says 48 hours, you've got to wait before you contact us if we don't reply to you. And I thought, well, that's a bit naughty, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? So, as I say, because if the hospital had said, well, we don't do it, and the doctors, and you know what it can be like when it goes wrong, doesn't it? And then he just said, well, we're not doing it, and we're not doing it, and then you've got to flip-flop then, back and forth, because one doesn't want to take accountability, and the other one doesn't, and then in the end, I end up upset because I just want a note. I'm not asking for the crown jewels, am I? I'm asking for a note because I've just had surgery, So that annoyed me, that. I thought, that was naughty. You should have rang me back and said to me, or sent me a message or an email. There's loads of ways to communicate, and said to me, look, Janine, we don't provide it, your hospital does. Because if you'd have done that, and rang me or texted me on the Tuesday or the Wednesday, I would have known. I would have been a bit more ahead of the game had a problem have arisen. So as it stands, it didn't. I got sorted by another doctor. But, you know, the point I'm making is, if they say leave it 48 hours before you contact us, then contact me within the 48 hours to tell me what's going on. I'm not a mind reader, am I? So yeah, so anyway, it was all sorts, but I just thought, you know, it's like, and I did think to myself, oh, well, I'll leave it till tomorrow, you know, till today, Friday, just to see what's going on. And then I thought, no, Janine, don't, because if you have issues, then come Monday, you're going to have to think about going back to work on Tuesday, and there's just no way I could do that. I mean, work is out good, and I'm sure they'd be understanding, but, you know, in life, just don't need that sort of stress, do you? And I just think it's politics, that, where it says, well, we don't provide the sick note. Do you know what I mean? It's like when I got an infection in my arm after I'd had that little cancer bit removed, and the doctor said you wouldn't treat me. They said, no, you have to go to the walk-in centre. Now, people might argue that, well, that's just the way it is, but I had an infection, do you know what I mean? I was ringing the doctors to say, I think I've got an infection in my arm, and they were like, no, we won't see you. You have to go to walk-in. And I thought, when does a doctor's stop becoming a doctor's? Do you know what I mean? It's like, why can't I see my doctor? You know, I was running a temperature, it was really red, and he said, no, you have to go to the walk-in centre. And I thought, it's politics sometimes. It's just gone mad, hasn't it? It's like, you know, I know we have to differentiate between, you know, what a walk-in centre is and what, you know, a doctor's appointment is. But I needed to see a doctor because I thought I had an infection in my arm, and they flat refused me. So just my little opinion. Well, it's not my little opinion, it's my opinion, and it just makes me think, you know, there's no common sense sometimes, is there, applied to these situations. It's very, very black and white, and I think in a lot of ways like that in business, you know, some things can be very, very black and white, and sometimes someone needs to apply a bit of common sense, like that other doctor did yesterday when I sent the same referral through again and said the hospital have said, and she just gave me a note. Happy days, isn't it? Anyway, I'm going to dry my hair. That's my rant for the day. I'll be back in a minute. I'm back. I haven't dried my hair yet. I'm going to do me a newer skincare. If you've watched before, you might have seen this. It's on offer on TikTok shop, and it's all the rage at the moment. So, I don't know. It's supposed to give you glass skin, and apparently, Abigail tells me glass skin means it closes your pores. So I've got a bit of pore opening here. So we'll see how it goes. Anyway, I was putting the oil on, wasn't I, after I'd washed my face with the face wash you get. Apparently, you do the oil first in the bathroom, then you do the face wash, and then you do the cream, and then the tonic. It's got heart leaf in it, and then you do the hyaluronic acid. It's a hyaluronic acid, it is, isn't it? So, and you know, I said my pump was broke. Well, Abigail, when she came, I said to her, this pump isn't working, Abby, and I pumped it, and it pumped up. I said, oh, I stand corrected. It's working now. So I've creamed my front. I've done all that this morning because I knew I was putting this dress on. So I wanted to get dressed first because I wanted to try this dress on because I hadn't tried it on when I first bought it. Bought it last summer. And I wanted to see if I liked it. But it's nice, I like it, and it's easy to sit in and slouch in, and I can still look smart because, you know, part of my mental health is making sure I keep myself well and I look smart. My eyebrows are a show, they need doing, but that they can wait. You can't really see them unless you like that right up to me, and I'm not... Oh, hairy hat man. I'm not going to be getting up close and personal with anyone anytime soon, so, and I think if I get up close and personal with someone my age, this eyesight might be just as bad as mine, so wouldn't be able to see them anyway. Not that I'm bothered, because I'm not, do you know what I mean? So it's only a little eyebrows, isn't it? You know, we focus on our assets. We don't focus on criticising ourselves, do we? Because that won't do us any good. But let's tell ourselves we're beautiful every day, and we're kind, and we're loved. That's the important part. So that tonic is dead nice though, you know. It's not like watery, because those got something in it. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, but it's on TikTok shop. I think it's $25.99, and it's all the rage at the moment. So just me little bit of hyaluronic acid. As I say, I normally lose Aldi's, don't I? And I have done for years, but give this a try. Give myself a little treat. It's good to treat yourself. Make sure you treat yourself. You know what I mean? Make sure you buy yourself something nice. You know, at least once a week. Even if it's a bar of chocolate or an apple or anything like that. But look after yourself. Right, gonna dry my hair now. So that's my hair done. So what I've done is I've applied a little bit of this Got To Be oil. Again from Superdrug. They always have offers on in Superdrug. It's really good. So Kirsten got me onto that, my friend. She said, put a bit of oil in your hair, Janine. So, but it makes all the difference, I think. Now, I wanted to tell you about this shampoo. So I've said before about my hair getting used to shampoos, because it does, and I just don't know whether it's the same for everyone, but it's certainly the same for me. Certainly for me. After a while, my hair gets used to shampoo. I haven't straightened that today either. I've just blown it, which I think is quite good, don't you? Considering, and my colour needs doing, but I had to postpone it because I'd had me op, so I'm going next Saturday. It's not so bad, is it? When I go, Sarah always says it doesn't need it, but I like it. I like going to hairdressers. It's my little treat to myself. So my hair does get used to shampoo, so I like to chop and change. Now, this is from Superdrug, and it's called Monday, and they do a shampoo and a conditioner in it, and it's $3.99. I like the fact that it's got a pump. Oh, got a bit hanging off the edge there, hasn't it? So, oh gosh, my cup of tea is going to fall over. So get rid of that. So it's good. It's got no SLS, SLES, don't know what they are. No paraffins, no dyes, no colorants, no palm oil, no mineral oils, no aluminium, no BHA, BHT, no animal testing. And it's $3.99. And how many mils is in there? 350. And you know what? It's dead good. Now, I've been using that now for a couple of weeks, and I don't feel like my hair is actually getting used to it. It's not getting... My hair just tends to get heavy and lank. And I've been using the conditioner with that as well. And it's really, really good. So if you don't go to Superdrug, go, because they have really good stuff, and get the Superdrug card, and you just get loads of good bargains, you know. So I've done all that. Again, another good Superdrug one. I think they are dupes or something, but I don't know what. Body spray. I've had that since Christmas. We're in May now. Do you know what I mean? And I use it every day. So just have a little spray of that. I've been putting sprays on now because they're not near my boobs, are they? So, yeah. So that's that. So I've got my black glasses on today because I've got like black in my shoes, haven't I? And yeah, a little matching. But these are from Specsavers, just the cheapo ones on the 2-to-1. So I like Specsavers. It's a good little shop for getting your glasses. And they do a nice range of just cheap ones without a name. But I think are quite nice and classy, aren't they? So I like these. I always get complimented on these. I like my light ones. So I would like to get another pair. But I'm due to go back in September for me eye test, which I get a free eye test with work. And so I'll wait till then, but I was tempted just to buy myself a nice new, a little bigger pair. But I'll wait. I'll be patient and I'll wait. So I think that's about it. Am I going to put any mascara on? Oh, I found my Hello Kitty clip for those that watch me. Guess where it was? Under the bed. Cece had pinched it. Abigail took me to Superdrug to see if I could find them again, and they'd all gone. Not Superdrug, B&M. Home Bargains. And they had none there, and I was gutted because I'd lost the pink one. No, the red one. Or was it the pink one? Anyway, doesn't matter. No, it doesn't. And I was gutted because it was they didn't have them, and I thought, oh, phooey. Anyway, I said to Abigail, Boo was Abigail, I just have a little look under the bed, eh? And lo and behold, Tilly Mint, the little magpie, Cece, had pinched it and run under the bed with it. This must have been days ago. Anyhow, she hadn't chewed it, which is a blessing, because she normally does. And so was made up, so got me little... It's just the little things in life, do you know what I mean? Like, I think they were £1 for 4. You know, and I know I'm 54, but, you know, I can still do Hello Kitty. I can be as free as I want to be, and, you know, if I want to wear bows in my hair and do a bit of Hello Kitty, then I'm going to do it, and I'm going to be liberated. In fact, they could go quite nice today with my little outfit, couldn't they? See, but they're pretty, aren't they? 4 for £1. Make a nice present for someone, wouldn't they, as well? Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to have a little bit of Hello Kitty. And it's just the little things in life that, you know, don't cost a lot of money, but make all the difference, don't they? Do you know? That's what I love. Yeah, I was going through some photos this morning of baby Thomas. And I tried to send it. I did an Instagram reel of the baby. That's my grandson. And, you know, it's like the little things, isn't it, that make you smile the most, the tiniest things. Anyway, I'd done a reel and I sent it to our Tom, who's my son-in-law, Thomas's dad, and he couldn't open it. Anyway, he still couldn't open it. We don't know why, but I'd sent it to Abigail. So Abigail's Tom's partner, obviously. So she's going to show him. But it's just the little things, and I look at his little face and his little smile. I was looking how much he's grown. He's 8 months now, and I was just so grateful to have him. I'm so blessed to have him. I really, really am. So yeah, and it's just them little things, isn't it? You know, if you're feeling like a little bit down or deflated, get your phone out and have a little look at your photos. Do you know what I mean? So I got a basket as well from B&M, just to put all my junk in, because I'm a junky person. So I'm going to have a little bit of... And this little basket, this is a peg basket. I think it was £1.50. So from B&M. But it's got all my stuff in, so it keeps everything together. Do you know what I'm saying? So I might have a bit of mascara. I might not. How's everyone else today? I haven't even asked, have I? How rude of me. I've got itchy ears. I hope you're all okay and you're keeping well. It's Friday, so for those of us who don't work weekends, it's the weekend. For those of us who do, and maybe had the day off in the week, I hope it was good. But yeah, how are we all? Are we all alright? The weather's beautiful, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? You know, we can't, I know, like, we've got to think of the farmers, and we do think of the farmers because they need some rain, don't they? But the reality is the rain's not coming this week, so there's not enough left in that. It's at its last legs. I need to let it go, don't I? Terrible. I get terrible attached to stuff like peeps. So the rain's not going to come this week, so there's no point feeling guilty about that, is it? We do feel for the farmers and the crops that they make all our lovely vegetables, but it's not going to come this week, they said. So, you know, we can hope that they get a bit next week, but what we can do is we can enjoy the weather, you know, and be happy that we've got a bit of sun. Do you know what I mean? So if you're out and about and you're walking around, make sure you put your sun cream on, because the thing is, especially if there's a breeze, which we have had a breeze, haven't we, with this weather, that can be worse, because that's where you really catch the sun. And I don't know about you, but time's gone by, I've been out in it and not used sunscreen, or, do you know what I mean, and ended up like a red lobster, a Belisha beacon. Is it a Belisha beacon? No, that's black and white, isn't it? So yeah, so make sure you get yourself covered up. As for me, I don't really sit out in it anymore since my little scare. But prior to that, I adored getting a tan. I just use false tan now, which is just as good. But yeah, keep yourselves safe, guys, won't you? And just make sure you get yourself covered up. And if you've got a bald head, just blob me eye, look. Make sure you put a hat on. I had a friend once who went walking for the day, didn't take a hat, cooked his brain. Well, not literally cooked his brain, but had really bad sunburn, and you could, I don't know whether you could cook your brain. Could you cook your brain? So, I don't know. Could you cook your brain? I have to Google it. So, that's all right for today. I'm all ready to face a new day, and my friend Donna's coming, which I feel really blessed to see her. And she's one of the friends who the girls we go out for a meal with say we try for every month, but we don't often get it every month because you got to get your lives to align, haven't you? And Kelly, my other friend, she's got 4 kids, so she's a busy bee. She's a single mum. And then Rita, my other friend, they're the 4 of us that go out for tea. She looks after her dad, who's 93, or is he 94? So, and she's got a lot on. So we try to get out once a month. We don't always succeed, but we always get together and we have a good time and a good laugh, and it's absolutely fabulous. But Donna's coming today to see me, so I'm really, really looking forward to that. So I'm going to put my little ring on that Abigail got me, that was once in a candle that burned. You had to burn it down to get it. And then another little ring, which is a Pandora one, which again Abigail got me. Most of my jewellery is from Abigail, my daughter. She gets me that. So, and then my little necklace is from my sister, and then my earrings are from Wish. But yeah, I think that's it. As I say, I can't get it on. I've got big knuckles, me, look. I've got thin fingers, long fingers, but big massive knuckles. So normally that goes on my thumb, but it's having none of it today. My knuckles are swollen. How can your knuckles be swollen? Maybe I'll put it on there. Yeah, there you go. If it's on there. I do like a thumb ring. I've got another one somewhere. So anyway, it's the weekend. Take some time out for yourself. Where's my gigs? That's a rotten, you know, guys. Good gracious me. Does anyone else wear glasses? And they do get dirty, don't they? But yeah, can't be helped, can it? So take some time out for yourself. You know, you've got other responsibilities. Take some time out for yourself. Make sure you go off and have yourself a cup of tea or a longer time in the shower. You know, if you feel pulled and you've got other things to do, make sure you prioritise yourself. Just for a little while over the weekend if you can. Do you know what I mean? As I always say, lemon and ginger tea. Just be kind to yourself and take care of yourself and love yourself and look after yourself and give yourself a big, big hug. And, you know, as I always say, thank you just so much for watching and listening. It really, really does make my day. And your lovely comments, I do like them. And I do look forward to doing me little vlogs every day. And, you know, it helps me no end because I'm in recovery. And while I love my own company, don't get me wrong, I'm not going to say it's quite difficult, especially as I can't walk CC. I can have a little walk, but I can't do what I normally do. So at times, I don't feel down about it, but at times I think, oh, I just wish I could get out and do what I normally do. But I can't, so I can't. But what does help me is coming on here every day and vlogging, you know, a little bit of chit-chat and just sharing my life with you. And, you know, there's no harm in that, is there? But please, please, please do look after yourself and be kind to yourself, won't you? And love yourself, you know what I mean? Always, always look after yourself, you know? Put yourself at the top, and I don't mean that by becoming selfish. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm saying sometimes in life you have to put your own self first, and you do, and it's okay to set boundaries. Might make you feel uncomfortable, but the more you do it, the easier it gets. Do you know what I mean? And just remember, instead of saying, you know, if you're the type of person that thinks that you have to over-explain yourself when someone asks you a question, it's okay to just give a one-word answer. No is a full statement. Do you know what I mean? Just as yes is. So remember that. Practice it. It's difficult. It's hard. You know, I still have some times where, well, a lot of the time where, you know, I'm shaking, saying something over it. You know, like what happened with the doctors yesterday, sent me in a spin. But I thought, no, that's not right. So I stayed calm. I didn't get upset. I felt upset inside. I thought, you just don't need this. Do you know what I mean? I want a sick note. I'm not asking for the crown jewels, but I understand there's politics in life. But what did upset me and annoy me was the fact that they didn't even let me know. Do you know what I mean? So my timeline was shortened by that. So, you know, remember in life, try to speak up for yourself. Remember keeping the, you know, non-violent communication. Keep it on the level. It's okay to get upset though, do you know what I mean? But look after yourselves, won't you? And be kind to yourselves and love yourselves. And I'm going to go off now. I'm going to probably... What time are we in? It's 9:42. I might ask Donna, will she change my quilt for me, my quilt cover? So I'm going to do a wash today because it's a beautiful day to get it out on the line. I'll ask Dawn to do my quilt cover. I can do my top sheet myself, that's not bad, but I don't think I should be flinging a quilt around quite so soon, should I? All right, guys, thank you for listening and take care. Have a lovely, lovely day. Mwah. Bye-bye.